Hey everybody, welcome back to Secret Squirrel Games. I'm your host, Secret Squirrel. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. This is our Saturday night sessions of Myths and Legends. That is what we call our Greek mythology themed Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We have, as you can see on the names on the right side, we have the Dungeon Master and we have up to 6 players. Tonight, I don't think we're going to be at the full complement of players. But we have at least 4 of us, the first 4 after the Dungeon Master. Those characters' names there, Arthemios, Profanities, Calypso, and Penelope, who will be definitely in attendance tonight for the session. Palomonius may or may not be able to join us possibly a little bit later. Bacchios, I believe, is out for this week as well, possibly even into the foreseeable future. But nevertheless, I'm sure we'll do some kind of introduction, possibly. Additionally, for anybody who is unaware of this campaign, like I said, it's Greek mythology themed. Currently, we just finished up a couple of sessions ago the attack on the gates of Troy, the Battle of Troy, and that was a live in-person session. We didn't stream that, so it's not available for viewing, but all the episodes prior to that, for the most part, were available for viewing on my YouTube channel, also called Secret Squirrel Games. It also bears the same logo that you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to pause real quick just now, just to make sure that audio is coming through correctly. So if you'll give me just 1 second to double check that, please. It sounds like it is, so we should be good to go. All right, so what we do have, like I said, this is a Greek mythology theme, so it's not elves and orcs and all your Lord of the Rings type style of fantasy D&D campaign setting. This is a Greek mythology, so Wolfgar, our dungeon master, has been running this for several weeks now with us. It's been pretty fun. We've got, things like your Cyclopses and Medusa type creatures and whatever, that you would hear or hear about in the Greek mythology setting. So it's been pretty cool. Wolfgar is going to do a recap of the last couple of sessions. For me, partly also because the last session I didn't attend as well, so I missed out on that. But the last 2 sessions have not been streamed because last session I wasn't in, and then the session before that, I should say, was the New Year's Eve Battle of Troy. So he's going to recap that. Let me go ahead and throw out one statement also prior to joining the rest of the group who are sitting in the Discord channel right now, waiting to get started and everything. And that is that in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the name Adrian von Ziegler. The music is provided by him. It is all copyright free music, royalty-free music, and he does a great job. It helps set the scene, helps set the mood. If you enjoy any of that music, or you just want to support the person who provides this music free of charge for us, or for your own streams for that matter, or whatever other projects you may do, Adrian von Ziegler is the name to look up. He's on Spotify, he's got YouTube, and he's got his own website and everything as well. So go Google that name, Adrian von Ziegler, and check that out and support him. Throw some support his way. That would be great. Additionally, at the top of the screen, you see the channel information. You see, of course, the twitch.tv/Secret Squirrel Games. And then you see the YouTube channel, Secret Squirrel Games also. And then also we have a Discord server, and that's where we are playing this game through Discord, but you can come and join the community over there in Discord as well. Also, if you're watching this on the Twitch channel, at real time or whatever, then there are links down at the bottom of my page to join the Discord channel as well. If you're watching it on the YouTube channel later on after the fact or anything like that, then there's the information. You can go to the YouTube channel or go to the Discord server or the Twitch channel there and join us real time. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays is the regular stream time for this particular campaign. If you want to catch up on any prior videos, like I said, they're in a playlist called D&D Myths and Legends on the YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the Discord channel with the other players, and we'll kick this thing off and get started, okay? So here I go and join them. And greetings, everybody. Welcome to the campaign. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're having a great time playing this campaign that Wolfgar is running, this D&D Myths and Legends, Greek mythology themed D&D. And so, without further ado, I want to hand it over to Wolfgar and the rest of the players who are sitting in this Discord channel, patiently waiting, as it states in our Discord channel.
How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Wolfgar. I am the DM, as mentioned by Squirrel, and thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be jumping into the campaign in just a moment, but I figured, as always, it would be best if we properly introduced our players today. So, without further ado, we'll start with our host, Squirrel. Go ahead and introduce your character. A reminder for, since it's been a couple of weeks, if not actually, it's been maybe a month or two since we last played.
Yeah, since the last stream, definitely. It's been considerable time because of the holidays and everything, as well as our in-person session on New Year's Eve. And then, of course, last session I wasn't in as well. So, my character's name is Arthemios. He is an Athenian, but he is not a standard human. He is a demigod. He is born of Nyx, the goddess of twilight and the night. And he is a rogue fighter in standard D&D terms, specifically a swashbuckler fighter. But in the Greek mythos here, in our campaign setting, it's basically that more represents his fighting style, not his character style, in as much as he's not so much a thief per se, but he is stealthy and uses the night to his advantage and the darkness to his advantage, of course, given his heritage. And he is more of a naval infantry marine type in this setting. He venerates Hades above all of the gods, and he sees it as part of the natural order that he does his job to send mortal souls to the Lord of the Dead.
All right, perfect. Moving on next to our Greek warrior, our Spartan warrior, Profanities.
Profanities serves Ares and has seen more than his fair share of battles, both successful and not. His most recent accomplishments include impressing Ares with his battle tactics and leading his army to defeat the forces at the gates. Unfortunately, the forces were not allowed to rally behind him due to their unsuccessful efforts. Not to be outshined, he and his team went to Pan and had a successful venture there where he outdrank and outpartied Pan himself.
Nice, very nice. We'll get into those details shortly. Next up, though, we have our cleric and resident priestess, Calypso.
Yes, this is Calypso. As mentioned, I am a light domain cleric, very inhuman. My recent successes include being able to impass Apollo, of whom I am a chosen one. I have spent many years in the temple, worshipping and spreading the light of Apollo. And have recently followed his will to adventure with party members. So I'm a little bit new at the adventuring and being in the wilderness, but I have proven my worth in battle and have had a bit of fun spreading some of Apollo's light and wisdom amongst the people of this land.
Very good. And finally, we have our raging, most of the time, Barbarian Penelope.
Yes, Penelope is a demigod, the barbarian offspring of a god, and has joined with the Greek troops to learn and grow as a follower of Athena, the goddess of war, wisdom, and handicraft. Things that we all should try to do. She's been gifted by Athena with a small mechanical owl, Archimedes, who uses his skills to support her in her journey.
Fantastic. All right, so as I am sure has been already previously mentioned by Squirrel, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for being able to attend. I know it's been a little while since we last played, so we're going to be diving into it shortly. Secondly, I'd also like to thank Adrian Von Ziegler for his musical contributions to this game. You can check out his music on YouTube, on Spotify. You'll be hearing his soundtracks throughout tonight's game. So, without further ado, let's kind of dive back into that recap, touching a little bit on what Profanities had said. Where we had last left off on the stream, the party had been rallying their forces to attack the Trojan, the city of Troy, and the Trojan armies and their defenses. After gathering resources, building up their camp, building and training their armies, that siege did indeed take place. And as stated by Profanities, the initial combat and the initial strike against the gates, very walls, with some help from some divine intervention, was a resounding success. Unfortunately, though, the overall plan did not follow through, as King Agamemnon and Ajax, their forces, which had been held in reserve, with the intent that as soon as the gates broke open, they would rush through. Those forces were ambushed by the Trojans. In a valiant rescue attempt, the party has successfully saved Ajax, but unfortunately had to abandon the gate in order to do so, and so have returned to their camp, where they have seen that most of their resources have been destroyed, the camp being ambushed by the Trojans while they set out. King Agamemnon, unfortunately, is still missing. However, scouts have determined that he is being held captive in a nearby forward operating base by the Trojans. So the party is re-rallying their armed forces, regathering some of their lost troops, and is going to be setting out soon to go and rescue Agamemnon. They must do so before he is taken behind the Trojan walls, or else it will be much harder to get him. Now, with that in mind, they received word that there had been talk of soldiers going missing near a forest high in the mountains near the neighboring city of Cyzicus. So the party set out in search of these soldiers and found themselves in a dense wood with strange music playing throughout. Upon further investigation, they found what appeared to be a large drinking table with soldiers of all different kinds, Greek, Trojan, Cyzican, etc., and some very sprightly and active satyrs. After a rousing series of drinking games, indeed, Profanities was the victor, and the god Pan, who had been attending this feast of sorts, promised to let these soldiers go. However, he added a stipulation. If he wanted, or if the party wanted, they could do one more task for him. Destroy a monster. Hunt and seek out and destroy a monster that had been rather unfairly been attacking these little get-togethers that the satyrs have been having. If they were to destroy this monster, then not only would he release the soldiers, but he would also make them all loyal to the Greeks, and they would fight to the bitter end for the Greeks. He would also gift you with a magic item known as Pan's Flute, which had some interesting capabilities and qualities to it. So, the party agreed, and have thus set out to find where this beast has lied. And that's pretty much everything that we have gone through since the stream has been gone. specifically Arthemios, do you have any questions on anything that you may have missed?
Sorry, I mean, between technical aspects of just making sure things are going on over here and everything, I think I picked up on all of what you were saying there, but just out of curiosity, yeah, I might have missed in the very beginning when you said we went to go and help defending against the counterattack essentially that was going on with Agamemnon and Ajax, and then what happened exactly, how we got to Pan?
So the party successfully saved Ajax.
Okay. And then
returned to camp and found that Agamemnon was missing.
Okay, that's
and
it.
That he had been
That's the
captured.
part I missed. I mean, you said I know you said that they were, that he was talking about releasing or getting the soldiers released and all this kind of thing or whatever, but I didn't catch how that happened, how that was
We'll
lost.
mention that Agamemnon wasn't captured by Pan; he was captured by Trojans.
Right. But Pan can arrange the release or something like that or whatever.
And has a group of soldiers that have been somehow bewitched by him.
Got it.
And he will release those soldiers, which will help replenish your numbers that you have lost.
Okay, I got it. All right. No, I don't have any other questions at this point.
Okay. Does everybody else feel comfortable with that recap? Does anybody else have any questions? Profanities, Calypso, Penelope.
I think I'm good.
Sounds about right.
Penelope is fine.
Well, that's the recap, but our exact position right now is...
I will tell you in a moment.
We are
Okay.
leaving Pan's area of the forest and heading out to confront the beast that he has sent us to.
Got it.
We don't know what beast it is. All we have is a general heading.
Okay. Got it.
Now, I will add, we are going to, not this session, because obviously this is going to take some, this is going to take a little bit of homework for my players. I will mention I'm
Sorry.
getting feedback.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But a little homework for my players, something to noodle on while you guys are playing today, and then before our next section, think about. I am going to be introducing a new mechanic, simply called combo strikes. So essentially, combo strikes are going to be a new way for you guys to use your inspiration. These combo strikes can either cost 1 inspiration or 2. It's really going to be dependent on how strong you want the strike to be. Each of you can have 1 combo strike per player combination. In other words, Calypso and Profanities, you both can have a combo strike together, but you can only have 1 together. You can't have 5 and then decide which one you want to do at any given time. But Calypso can also have a combo strike with Penelope, can also have 1 with Arthemios, with Palmonius, with Bacchius, whoever. It costs 1 inspiration to do a low-level combo strike. It costs 2 inspirations to do a high-level combo strike. And essentially what will happen is at the start of your turn, you agree that you want to do a combo strike. Player 1 decides they are going to initiate it. They use an inspiration. They hold their turn. On player 2's turn or player B's turn, as long as they are within 30 feet of player A, the combo strike can happen. Now, what is the combo strike going to be? That is completely up to you guys. You are all going to determine that. I will come up with the mechanics based off of what you guys want to do. So get creative with it. Again, not something you have to worry about right now, but something to think about and to talk amongst yourselves about what you want to do later down the line. And then if you need me to, of course, if you need me to go ahead and adjust anything, or if you need me to clarify anything, just let me know. Yes. I might have misspelled multiple theirs. There's no spell check on a Roll20 handout.
No, there's not.
No judgment.
Well, no, there's judgment. It's
I was gonna
it's
say,
not
apparently
from
there
you.
is.
There's judgment. It's just
I have
not
them.
from you.
It's not judgment. I'm just trying to help.
So it should be THEIR. You have so thoughtfully pointed out. If you reload, it should be up. It should be correct now.
Yes.
There you go. Anywho, that is the only thing I wanted to announce. So yeah, like I said, guys, don't worry about it right now, but something to think about and talk amongst yourselves about later down the line. So, we kind of cut back. You have just been literally teleported outside of this forest. Profanities. You have a general idea of where you need to go. And we will go and pick up from there. So, profanities. Based off of the kind of general direction that was kind of implanted in your brain, the beast that you're searching for appears to be in a, from where you are, continuing further to the northeast. So, as you begin to head in that direction, I will mention, because specifically Arthemios was not here, I will mention to Penelope and Profanities, do either of you wish to potentially mention the dream you had?
Yeah, Penelope was bugged out by that. Not that she thinks that he can help at all, but it bugs her.
You never know. Do you want to mention it?
Absolutely.
All
As
right,
they
we'll repost the handout there.
I already have it up. Because Penelope's brain is, a little bit like a sieve. As we know, she's always a few peas short of a casserole. Is this the time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent.
Go ahead and explain it to Arthemios. Maybe he has some otherworldly insight.
So Arthemios had a truly odd dream, super disturbing. Couldn't quite verbalize it to Calypso. Figured I'd share it with you, because, kind of wacky. You might get it. So, I'm in a forest, right? Okay, it's dark. It's foreboding. There's an owl screech. I know owls. I know owls. Owls, my thing. And a robed figure approaches me. It seems like it's feminine, and then it twists, like into 3 different figures. The 2 figures on the side are holding torches, and they seem to give out like an eerie greenish glow. I don't know. It was odd. And then the one on the front is holding a key and a dagger. They wouldn't talk to me. It was so annoying. I tried to talk to them. They did not answer me at all. And then it morphed into some sort of scene of a man with this battle raging behind him. And he's bearded, which I'm sure narrows down the field. Big time. And has this cowl over his head, so you can't quite make out who he is. Any thoughts?
Arthemios ponders.
I
heard the ponder noise.
I'm not 100% certain. But
it.
Would that be Heket?
I believe you did determine, based off of your role or Calypso's role, that the initial figure did appear to be Heket. Correct. But definitely not the second figure.
The second figure being the
one in the picture.
The bearded man.
Oh, the bearded man.
This sounds like some drama going on in the background. It's
I
awesome.
know. Something's going on.
Woo!
It's another game.
Like Amber's New Groove.
A
Nice.
bearded man. Does anything come to mind, Wolfgar? I mean, is there anything that would have...
Make a I'll let you choose, religion or insight.
I think they're the same. No, they're not. Insight is slightly better. By 1 point. Better. Alright, let me put it on there so that I can see what I roll, so that I can announce it, since it will not be shown on the screen. Not with advantage, normal. Insight. I rolled a 16 on the dice.
Oh, you're really not sure. I mean, you know of a few bearded gods.
Well, of course.
You would assume it's a god.
Yeah, I would assume it would be another one if it morphed out of whatever, or the scene changed at least from Heket to whoever this is.
You know of a few bearded gods.
And the scene behind this individual was battle? Is that what she said?
Correct.
I mean, but clearly we met Ares, so it was not him.
I mean, this figure was hooded, and, really it's almost very similar, if not almost exactly, the picture in the handout is that they're hooded. You can see their beard. You can see it seems like a masculine form. But other than that, you can't really tell who it is.
Well, actually, more to the point, I asked Penelope because I did not see the individual myself. I'm going by her description. I said, did the figure seem familiar to you at all? As in, not a god, but perhaps a person? Because the gods assume human form quite often. Have been known to do this. If Heket could have assumed a human form, would this human be somebody that she may have seen? That you may have seen here amongst us as a general or something like that, perhaps. That could be indicative, especially with a battle behind him. We just had a major battle. Could that have been Heket in mortal form?
That being the case, is there something that I could roll that might allow me to recall my feelings during that particular dream? Beyond
insight.
Okay, let me try that then.
I mean, you understand what I'm getting at. It may not have been just another god all of a sudden appearing. It could have been showing us the form that Heket...
Oh, I don't think Penelope has much memory. Yeah.
I mean, you've been, as you stated, you've been very...
just spooked by it.
Spooked by it, indeed.
Uneasy.
Because one, why did Heket come in front of you, first and foremost?
Right.
But then, additionally, who was this person? And it was a very kind of foreboding scene and a very somewhat, grim and dark scene. So, yeah, other than feeling spooked, and then the shift into this male hooded form was brief. and then you woke up. It wasn't like you got a chance to linger and stare. I mean, it's only been a day, so it's not like it's been, you've had this dream every night for the last 5 weeks.
Right.
So you're unsure.
Okay, well that's that.
Profanities, did you want to share your dream?
Sure. I fill Arthemios into my dream. I approached a singular Spartan warrior, massive and obviously powerful, as he stood alone amidst a battlefield of bodies. Approaching him was a legion of masked soldiers, and he stood alone. I assumed him to be Ares, and as I tried to reach him, a la the scene from Holy Grail where they charge the castle and charge the castle.
Yeah, he's always stayed at a distance.
Yeah, I could not make it there before he was pierced by both spear and arrow and fallen in front of a hooded figure.
The sound of it, did your hooded figure match the description that Penelope's hooded figure was?
I initially thought it to be Hades, but it was not Hades. It was the god of death, not the god of the underworld. There you go, Thanatos.
I will mention.
Who, by the way, is a follower of my channel, Thanatos.
I will mention that you did positively identify that lone figure, if you remember who it was.
I don't recall.
You positively identified that figure as King Leonidas.
Oh, yeah. Leonidas.
Of Sparta.
Yes, of course. And the spear specifically shining in your mind. It seems to focus in your
Wolfgar, you're like fading away.
Yeah, you faded away a little bit. You said something about the spear or something.
The spear specifically focused in on your mind. That's what seemed to catch. I mean, obviously the whole scene caught your attention, but the spear seemed to be highlighted somewhat.
It's Willow! Oh, sorry.
Hold on. 1 second. Are you guys picking up background audio now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole side quest going on over there about acorns. It's great. Like, squirrels? I mean, come on. Like, this is perfect.
Guys,
and all, it's great.
Can you lower it a little bit? Because they're picking it up on my mic. It's alright.
I just watched that last week. Excellent movie choice, for sure.
Acorns, squirrels, seems like it fits.
It's Willow.
Sorry about that. I'm in the living room, and I'm in the game room in the living room. We have people over, so I might need to transfer to my room.
Oh,
if it's too disruptive, we'll see.
All right. Okay.
Just adding an interesting counterpoint. Nice.
I guess the only thing I would ask is what it was your initial feeling from each of these dreams. I mean, obviously, it sounds like obvious that Profanities says that, he was trying to get there but was unable to. So it seems that this may be indicative that you are witnessing some kind of a threat to, Leonidas represents Sparta as king. So this would be a threat to Sparta that you are unable to stop or save Sparta, if it's not a more specific, threat to actual Leonidas himself. It's at least, it could be symbolic of a threat to Sparta that you're going to not be able to stop or save it from whatever the other being is, which you said Thanatos. So would that be death to Leonidas or death to Sparta symbolically? I mean, what is your feeling on it?
Feelings aren't a space I occupy often.
What is your instinct? Your warrior's instinct?
I believe that dreams are dreams. However, if it was a message from one of the gods, Leonidas and Sparta may be in danger.
I will mention Leonidas has been long dead for a long time.
Yeah, but his legacy in Sparta.
Yes,
he's the only reason Sparta is Sparta.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to mention.
Okay, well, in that case, he would be representative of Sparta. In that case, it wouldn't even be a question about
if that was the path you were going down. Yes,
it would. Yeah, it wouldn't be a question of literal translation as a threat to Leonidas. Then, okay, and then
he's in the halls of Elysia.
Okay, and then Penelope, what did your instinct, other than it making you uneasy, obviously, what did you come away from that dream feeling as if you had just witnessed or needed to pay attention to specifically out of it?
I definitely felt as if the man needed something. I don't know if we were to assist or if we were a part of the particular battle going on.
So despite the gloomy darkness and everything, you didn't feel it a threat. You felt it more of a beckon for assistance.
Penelope tends to think of running in first before she, I think, truly identifies what's going on in the background. So I don't know that she would think that this was ominous. I mean, she was spooked out by the fact that it did, in fact, seem like pretty gloomy, and the fact that they wouldn't talk to her, which actually made her angry. But so many things make her mad, it's hard to tell. But it felt as if he was asking for help. That was her thought process.
Does your instinct draw you to anywhere where you think this help might be needed?
Not a bit.
Great.
I know, right?
Then at this point, we have no other choice but to wait and see, I guess, if further messaging were to come, right? We don't have enough to go on right now that draws you to anything specific.
For Penelope, yeah, I would agree with that. She might need to, maybe even reflect with Athena. As the goddess of wisdom, perhaps she can help guide her into a better channeled impression of what that man was actually asking for.
And the only one that indicates likely a location symbolically would be Sparta, but per your dream, it even seems that if you were to race there, you would not be able to save it from whatever threat it is facing.
You speaking to?
Yeah, profanities in that case.
That's what I thought. Okay, just making sure. And side note though, actually, when you're finished, sorry.
Side note, what?
Is there some type of temple or somebody that we can consult with? Hecate?
Hecate, yeah.
Hecate, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also, whenever you have dreams or whatever, wouldn't you seek the guidance of some kind of an oracle or some kind of a sage or somebody who would be able to help decipher this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it just occurred to Penelope now. It took how many weeks? It's been 2 weeks for Penelope to come up with that. So yeah, she did that.
Okay, good for you. But we are not in our lands right now. We are on foreign soil, and the best we could hope for likely would be the guy, at the village or whatever. That's all we have access to right now, right?
Well, you do have a resident, oracle.
Well,
Yeah.
we have our own cleric, of course, if that's who you're talking about. Or you're
I'm
talking
sorry. Did you just demote me?
to what?
Did I hear correctly, sir?
Him?
You.
I don't know what ranks you're talking about.
I guess
You
so.
called her a cleric rather than an oracle.
I
Oh,
don't
other
know of
people-
ranks. I only know of those who serve in the shrines and churches and temples and whatnot.
Anyway,
I only know of military ranks, and I don't think that you bear one of those.
Penelope's snickering. Someone's in trouble.
I'm just saying, my character's a soldier. He's a
it is
marine.
at this point, as you have been traveling and talking, that profanities, you recognize that the party draws close to your destination. You seem to come upon a split in the path.
Okay, I'll let the party know that we are close, and I attempt to gather myself with the knowledge that Pan did provide, which was very limited, to see if I know which way we may go or what relevant tracks may exist to lead us further.
So I will once again show you the image that you, that you specifically saw and then kind of described to everybody else. This was the image of where you are seeking. A somewhat ruined tower on top of a hill, if you remember.
Mm-hmm. So
So-
the fork, as it splits, does one way lead uphill and one way lead downhill?
It does indeed appear that this direction leads uphill.
Then that's the way I direct the party.
You may begin your movement as you begin to head in that direction. This way. As you are progressing, I would like everyone.
And did I see
Too
correctly in Discord that profanities, you're controlling Arcantos tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
At this point, I would like everyone to make a perception roll.
Perception, you say?
I say indeed.
Perception it is.
Or not. I'm
Does
still feeling.
Sorry, does Archimedes also get a perception roll?
Is he in weapon form or is he in owl form?
How long does it take for him to become a weapon? Just curious. Is it a bonus action?
Double check. It's been a moment since I've looked at your magic item.
I rolled a 19.
I'm re-rolling Arcantos's because I accidentally had on disadvantage from last session.
That's fine. You can.
Way to make the most of it, too.
I believe it is a free action.
Okay, cool.
We
So
made it
at
a
this
free
point,
action.
he's still my tiny owl, and he is flying ahead.
He's flying ahead, or is he riding on your shoulder?
Ooh, he's riding on my shoulder.
Okay. So in that case, we will put little Archimedes on the map here for you.
Cool.
And you may go ahead and roll his perception as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Arthemios, and Penelope and Arcantos. Arthemios, you notice movement suddenly come from the tree to your right, and dodge out of the way as a large creature springs forth from the limbs of the tree and attempts to take a bite at you, missing as you just get out of the way. Penelope, you shout a word of warning, as does Arcantos, weapon drawn. It's a spear, it's always drawn, but weapon at the ready. You all see this creature suddenly spring forth from the boughs of the tree.
I probably would have seen him anyway, though, right? Because of my danger sense?
Danger sense just means that you have advantage on dex saves
Damn it.
against something like that.
Yeah, I color my thoughts too much. Sorry. Okay, carry on.
So, with that, I need everybody to please select their token and roll into initiative.
Uh-oh.
That was the music.
Okay.
Right. Is everybody rolled in?
Does Archimedes need to be rolled in? Or
Are you turning him into a weapon?
yeah, I am.
Then no.
Cool, carry on.
Alright, so we have Penelope, we have Calypso, we have Profanities, we have Arcantos, we have Arthemios, we have everybody else. Alright, so it begins. As you see this snake, which has another snake's head seemingly coming from the other end where a tail should be. The Profanities, your eyes are drawn to your left as you see another of these creatures. Oops. Not map layer. Another of these creatures uncoil itself around the tree to the left here and begins slithering somewhat erratically. It slithers on a somewhat zigzag formation before getting to about here to Profanities. And it is going to attempt to bite you as the head springs forth in your direction. Let's pull up the monster. And a 11 will miss. You bring your swords in defense of the first bite. As you go to retaliate, the second head rears back and attempts to bite you as well. Also a miss. You just dodge out of the way of that second bite attack. That will be
Good
it.
to know we're both rolling horribly.
For now. That will be it for this creature. Arthemios, it is your turn.
Arthemios will strike at this guy right here with the Underworld Scepter.
Okay.
And he will do so like so. Actually, hold on a second. Before he does, he will move here. Then he will strike with the Underworld Scepter.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Rolling a 24.
That will indeed hit.
Boom. It is one-handed, so it's the first number, but I did not have sneak attack selected for some reason. So I will
Go ahead and roll that now.
roll the 2d6 separate. Yeah, 2d6. You gotta add 6 more to that.
Okay.
And then I will withdraw back to...
If you step there,
Yeah,
you still step there. Because
Yeah.
you're a swashbuckler.
yeah. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
I forgot you're a swashbuckler.
Oh. You was going to do a attack of
Yeah.
opportunity, you mean? Yeah, no. And then I will... Yeah, I'll move to like there.
Okay.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. That's 25 movement. And then... yeah, that's it for now.
Okay. Next, we have the snake creature. As it will slither out of the tree, it goes to here. It is going to make 2 bite attacks. One at Arthemios. The other is going to be at Calypso. As it moves forward, Arthemios, Penelope, Calypso, Arcantos, all 4 of you, go ahead and make perception checks.
Ooh, I might have done. Well, thank God I rolled 2.
Calypso is still groggy. She was actually just woken up not long ago after falling to sleep due to the drink.
And I'm
23.
still fuming over being demoted, apparently.
I don't have the power to demote you. I'm not a member of your
Arcantos.
temple.
As well. I mean, I guess it's not necessary. Penelope and Arthemios who did it. You both notice as you had stabbed into it, Arthemios, and there's a nice sized gash in its side. That gash is beginning to close.
With Penelope's natural 20, did she perceive anything else?
Yes, you perceive that it regained hit points due to regeneration.
I call that out to the rest of the party.
As it makes its 2 bite attacks. First, the attack on Arthemios. That'll hit with a 25 on dice. Dealing 10 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Here comes the poison.
Indeed.
Nope.
Nope. 8 points of poison damage. So 18 all day on that attack.
Right.
The same attack is now heading towards Calypso. Does Arcantos want to do his thing?
Yeah, Arcantos will do the, what is it, impose, fighting style protection, yeah. Impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. And 18 still hits Calypso, I believe, even though it is daylight.
Yeah, because I don't have my shield on.
Yep. So an 18 still hits. Calypso, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save. We are rolling great today.
Just drink that poison, guys.
14 points of poison damage. So 19 points of damage all day. Not nothing on your health.
I was scared for a second. I'm like, oh god, your health is gone.
No, I was in the. I was clicked into both fields. I didn't like it.
Hey, I just want to verify because I have missed a session or whatever. We're still 4th level, right?
No.
We're level 5.
5th level.
Okay, I was wondering because I'm looking at these hit points and I'm going, how the hell? I mean, I get that Penelope's got a D12 and everything, but I've got a +2 con modifier, and I'm like, she's got twice as many hit points as me almost.
Yeah,
The cleric's looking a little beefy these days.
you leveled up at the end of the Trojan fight.
Okay, I must have missed that. All right,
Penelope
I'll
had
do that
too many of
after
those
this battle,
Christmas
obviously,
treats.
or whatever.
No problem.
Yummy.
Alright, that is it for that one. Penelope, it is your turn.
I got a question based on that last perception check.
Mhm.
Would I be able to ascertain if perhaps this creature has resistance to slashing or piercing weapons?
It didn't appear to have any resistance to the stab that Arthemios gave it. So you don't believe so. However, it does appear to be able to regenerate hit points after being attacked.
Okay.
There may be a way to stop that, but you don't know.
Gotcha. No, I understand. Now, of course, Penelope is feeling pretty angry, striking out at the rest of her party, so she is now enraged.
Yep.
Dang it, I hit the wrong button. Ah! Okay, got that. And, you know what? Why the hell not? Reckless.
Do it.
Attacking. Son of a biscuit.
Where were your rolls from Thursday?
Don't
that
even
is-
start with me.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Fine, I'm attacking again.
Yeah, you get 2 of those now.
That's a little better.
Much better. You hit.
Hit with a 24. Oh, yeah, that's great. 10.
You should swap out the 23 with the 14 from the first attack.
That is 10 points of damage. Anything else, Penelope?
I don't think that she can do anything else, but the 2 attacks and 1 kind of worked out okay. So there we go. That's it.
Alright. Calypso.
Ow. Yeah, I don't like this thing. I'm good.
Your health is not correct.
You said how many points?
5 points of piercing, 14 points of poison.
There you go.
There we go. No, you deleted your health again. So, what you doing, Calypso?
Stupid thing. Okay. What am I doing?
I don't know. There's a big old snake right here.
And it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like whole place.
As a reminder to those who, as you are thinking of what you want to do, as a reminder, you all do have access to the handout. And you may choose to make notes as you attack and fight these things, should you ever face them again.
Okay. Okay, so I am not happy with this. I'm just gonna blast its ass with. Actually, I'm gonna hit it with a Sacred Flame. Just 2d8. Hopefully, it'll hit.
Let's see. It's going to make a dex save.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck, it is a dex save. damn it. I didn't read close. All right, fine. I already blasted it.
Something else?
No, it's fine. Just do it.
You haven't rolled the damage yet. That's okay. You can change your mind.
Oh, forget it. I've only seen it take like bludgeoning or piercing or like melee damage, right?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna.
What'd you say? You cut out at the end.
Scorching ray. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
I
that
don't
would
like
be a disadvantage because you are within 5 feet. You
I-
can back up if you'd like.
Right, and then can I take a reaction if it strikes at me?
Absolutely.
Okay, I can remember how it works when I take the opportunity attack. All right, Okay, there.
It did not attack you.
1, 2, 3.
Go for it. As you go back to back with profanities. The first one misses. The second one hits. And the third one hits, dealing a total of 16 fire damage. As the 16 fire damage blasts into the creature, it reels in pain.
Does it look like it took the damage, or?
It does appear to have taken the damage. You can see
Okay.
its flesh is burning.
And then now that I'm backed away from it, I'm gonna move. Boop, boop.
As you step there,
Oh,
it makes
fuck.
an attack of opportunity against you.
Right. Warding flare.
Okay, it will attack at disadvantage. And it misses. The bright light, unfortunately. Well, actually, it. No, wait, no, you're good. You're good. Actually,
You can
wait,
see.
Hold
You
on.
can see.
Hold on. No, you're fine. It still is at disadvantage. So you're good. It
Hey,
did miss.
Since we were just traveling, we didn't have the bonus aid or whatever from the light
You
thing.
did
right?
not say that you took the time to rest in the
No,
light
we
of the
didn't.
torch.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, we didn't.
Then I have. That's 5 hit points, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I actually have 5 less than that because I think that's what I had marked down. Okay.
Yep, make sure that your hit points are accurate to that. Is that it, Calypso? Or do
Yeah,
you
it takes
move?
an action to equip my shield, right?
It is.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna hold on to my. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action. I'm going to put this flaming sphere.
You cannot cast 2 spells in 1 turn.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to like stay away from any more falling snakes out of the sky and then deal.
Profanities.
All right. Profanities is going to not give it a free attack and will instead step here, hopefully preventing its movement toward Calypso.
Okay.
I am going to activate my first fighting spirit for the day to give myself advantage on my attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to make my Blades of Fury attack.
Make your first attack, sir.
First attack with the blades. At advantage.
At advantage.
That's gonna miss.
Correct. Did you mean to do like a great weapon fighter style?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
My second attack will also miss with a 13. It's weird that it doesn't do that automatically.
Yeah,
You have to
it is.
do the math. Alright, so I missed twice. However, I am now positioned where I want to be.
The snake seems to dodge out of the way of your strikes. Alright, Arcantos.
Arcantos will move over here.
Mm-hmm.
Arcantos is going to He's gonna go ahead and activate his heroic rally. Everybody within 30 feet, which is everybody, has advantage on their next attack roll.
Okay, I'm putting a little marker on all of your tokens so you can remember that you have advantage on your next attack roll.
That does not require an action or a bonus action. It is free.
Correct.
So he will now begin making his attacks against the snake. The first spear thrust will hit,
Indeed.
dealing 12 points piercing damage.
And that's with this +1 spear, I believe. Correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Alright, nice.
His second attack will also hit,
Nice.
dealing 13 more points of piercing damage.
The snake looks extremely hurt.
And since he has attacked with his spear, he is going to use his bonus action to strike with the back end and hit.
He does.
Striking it with the blunt end, he deals another 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So 35 points all day.
As Arcantos stabs into the creature twice with the spear and then slams the butt of his spear deep into the mouth of the creature. You can hear it choke for a moment, and then it slumps to the ground. It appears to have died.
Does Arcantos have any experience fighting mythical beasts before?
Oh yes, he is a hero. It's what he does.
Would he have any suspicion that this creature may come back? Like, if he's fought things like trolls before, you can put a troll down.
He has
but
not
he can
fought
come
trolls
back.
before. Trolls do not exist in the Greek. But yes, I know what you mean.
Generative property, would he know? Would he have any expectation that this creature may rise again?
I will let you roll with advantage for him. A insight roll. If he doesn't have insight, then wisdom.
15.
He believes that there is a chance that yes, it could still regenerate, but it does seem that the fire dealt by Calypso seems to be severely burning the body still.
Okay. Arcantos tells the rest of the team to...
After.
I have movement left. Hang on. I have movement left. I only moved 10 feet. There we go.
Okay. After Arcantos' turn, springing forth from the tree line here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets to here. Another of these creatures. It's going to make its 2 attacks against you, profanities. The first. That is a natural 20. You take 7 points of piercing, and I need a con save.
Hang on. That shouldn't be an advantage. There we go.
You are fine.
25.
So you only take 4 points of poison. The
And
second.
Hang on. That was a critical, right? You rolled all the damage.
Correct.
Everything.
Correct. Well, the poison doesn't get added because it's a separate roll after.
Okay.
So the 7 was the double piercing. Yeah, I just rolled low. Next, we have the second head attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a miss. After the creature's turn, we have the first one. Faced with 2 opponents, it will split its attacks. First attack on profanities.
Arcantos will use his reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Sure thing. A 13 will miss. It now bites at Arcantos. A 24 will hit. Arcantos takes 5 points of piercing, and I need a con save. He has advantage. Because he is a hero. A 15 is a success. He only takes 1 point of poison. It was like minimum damage on both of the rolls. Arthemios, it is your turn.
All right. Then I will dart in the 30 feet, stab at this one with the
advantage.
Underworld Scepter with advantage. The 23. Ah, damn it. And it still didn't do the... I still didn't check the sneak attack. So it's the one on the left, the 9. That's one-handed, plus 7, so 16.
Okay.
And then I shall dart back out and leave room for Penelope to get up in there.
Wise
that
man.
Yeah, that's good. That's where I'm going to.
This snake does indeed not rise. It seems to be thoroughly dead. Penelope, your turn.
Alright, Penelope is going to move. 20, 25. If I land here, can I reach the snake?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Good job. Wait. What was I?
You were here,
Alright, that's
right?
it. Huh?
Weren't you here?
Was I here? Here.
Yeah, you were.
You were here.
I thought I was there. Yeah.
Oh, you were
You were
adjacent
here.
to it? Oh, okay. I thought you were
And
there.
now
Got
you're
it.
here.
Okay, now I'm there. So yay, I'm there.
Everybody ping a random location.
I'm gonna ping you.
Okay, it's raining. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm still raging, of course. Does this one have advantage against it?
You have advantage on your first strike. You do not have to reckless.
Correct. Thank you. Making sure I got the right guy.
Unless you want advantage on the second strike. In which case you will have to reckless.
Yeah.
A 14 misses.
I know. Penelope! Fucking get it together, girl. That did not help. God damn it. Penelope is feeling so frustrated. She is double enraged. And she answered me here.
Maybe you need to use your Archimedes as a great sword instead of a long sword.
I think maybe I'm gonna do that.
I'm just suggesting. Maybe
Archimedes.
it's because you're not using a two-handed weapon and they know. The barbarian gods know you're not using a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is that it for you, Penelope?
Yep.
Alright, Calypso.
Alright, so is this one here the one? Is it? It looks pretty bad, right?
That one only has taken 1 or 2 hits.
Oh, I thought Profanities was beating the hell out of it.
No, I missed twice on my first attack.
Alright.
I would advise against that. It'll draw flies. Thank you.
No, I'm just double checking. Oh, whoops. That's wrong. Or 3d6 for damage. Okay. I sort of do my blessed light cursing under my voice, and I see that this one over here is just all toasty. I take a breath and I walk. Well, not walk. 1, 2, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and burning hands. Burning hands. So I should be able to get, it's 15 feet cone, right? So I should be able to get both of them, no?
So this would be your cone. 1 second. Well, no, when you do it on an angle, it's a little different. So, hold on.
Let me say, though, Penelope is really impressed with Calypso. She feels that...
It would be 1. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, it still gets it, though. Both of them are in the cone.
It would be 1.
Oh. I don't see what Gianni's doing then.
Look. If you're are you doing it at an angle, or are you doing it straight on?
I'm trying to get both of them without hitting my party members.
Okay. So here's the thing.
So stop here.
If you go here, if you're here, you get 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It does not go out like that. It's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I can't hear both of you at the same time. What?
You're allowed to make one side flat when you shape your cone.
Right. Here. So 1.
When you make one side flat, hold on. It's in the diagrams that they show you. It's either 1, and then you could go 1, 2, or you could go 1, 2 like that, like that, and then it's this still being the center line. 1, 2, 3. That is a cone. The drawing you have here is if you're centered in this space here.
Oh, I see.
Going
so
at an angle.
I was just gonna say it would be.
Now you can go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but then you're still too far.
Okay, that's.
Or you could go to here, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 like that, or here. That would do all 3.
Yeah, I can make it there.
And you get here.
I can make it there, yeah.
To here,
I came from here. No, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as I can go.
Yes, you were you in this spot right here? Right here. So 5, 10, 20. Okay. Or you could go 5, 10, 15.
Oh,
Maybe
get in the middle of
something
them.
here. Or you could go right here. 1, 1, 1, 2. There you go. There's your 3. You go right here. Go right to that spot, to the right of profanities. Then you go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And I don't hit him. Okay.
And you
there
don't hit him.
Okay. We'll do that then.
Okay. So burning hands, they both make dex saves.
Yes.
Okay. The first one to the left of you. What's your DC?
15.
Saves. The second one fails. So
Okay,
go ahead and
fine.
roll your damage.
13.
Okay. So the first one only takes 6 points of fire damage. The top one takes all 13 points of fire damage. And the fire seems to be clinging to the creature's body.
Yeah. And how many feet was that? That was 5, 10. But I'm within strike range. I learned that last time. That's okay. I'm gonna go back where I was, and I would take the opportunity attacks from both of them, though, wouldn't I? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stay there.
Profanities, you're up.
Alright, I am going to use the advantage provided by Arcantos for my first attack.
Go for it.
I am attacking the one on the left that we are all teamed up on.
Go for it.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. I'm going to re-roll the 2 that is part of my damage
Mm-hmm.
for that one. And get another 2. So no change in the damage. That is 12 points of slashing and 2 points of fire damage with the first attack.
Plus an additional 10.
Yep.
So 24 points of damage.
Yeah, it doesn't add that in. That's so weird. Like
Do you have
a
that box
button.
selected on your damage modifier?
Oh, it's in 2 places. Hang on. Okay, that's on me. Alright,
Alright.
now it's selected. It'll apply next time. My second attack, not with advantage. 18 to hit.
That does definitely hit.
I'm going to re-roll the 1. That's part of that damage. And get another one, so no change there either. So 20 points of damage all day, 2 of it being fire.
As you slash into the creature, once again, your sword's cutting into it. You literally cut the creature in half, and its body flops lazily on the ground. It appears to be dead.
I step to its side here, making room for Arcantos. Arcantos will step in here to begin his attacks. His first spear attack will miss. His second spear attack will hit, dealing 9 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
What's the extra 0 for in the damage modifier?
That's always there.
Okay. And then he will make a butt attack with the blunt end of the spear, hitting with a 23
Mm-hmm.
and dealing 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Again with the magic spear.
Indeed. Is that it for Arcantos?
That is.
Okay, we move on to the creature's turn. Going to make its 2 bite attacks. One attack is coming at Calypso. It did not like that you spit fire from your hands.
Arcantos will use his defensive fighting style.
Okay, it will attack at disadvantage. It misses. The second bite goes to Arcantos. It also misses. That is it for the creature. This creature here does indeed appear to be dead. Arthemios, you are up.
Right. Arthemios is not even in the screen or on the screen right now, in the shot. So he will come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 30 feet. Rush in. Swipe with the Underworld Scepter. Or poke with the Underworld Scepter, I should say.
Do it.
Not at advantage. This is normal. Let me make sure I do have the sneak attack selected this time. Before I select it, and...
A 9 will miss.
And then he will withdraw. Making room for Penelope.
Use your bonus action to
Yes, to dash.
dash. Okay.
Actually, I'll just move to yeah, there. That's good.
Penelope.
Penelope moves up, ready to whiff her attacks yet again. She has already had Archimedes change from a longsword, a +1 longsword, to whatever the other weapon. A greatsword. Haha! I know what it is. I'm still enraged. I am not going to reckless. You know what? Screw it. Reckless.
Do it.
God damn it.
A 16 hits.
charge, yes! Woo woo! 13.
Now, don't forget, just
Yes.
because I know you haven't normally used Archimedes as this. While you use him in this form, you have the Great Weapon Fighting Style, which means you can reroll 1s and 2s on your damage.
Ooh, even my rage? Oh, it's...
Not on rage, because rage
Your
is
rage-
a solid number. But
Yeah, it's not a roll.
Your rolled numbers on your damage, you didn't do it this time, but
Yeah, I
your
see.
rolled numbers on your damage, if you roll a 1 or a 2, you can reroll it.
Just
Thank
the roll
you.
numbers on any weapon damage. No,
Well, specifically a two-handed weapon.
right, yeah, but I'm just saying, in other words, if you have a weapon later on that adds like a D6 fire, you don't get to reroll ones on that.
Correct.
It's just the weapon damage.
Correct. But it
30
seems this sword feels much more at home in your hands than the shield and sword that you were using before, because you lay waste to this creature.
Heck yeah.
But do you?
I
But-
hope so. It appears so.
It seems to fall down to the ground, dead, apparently.
I poke it. I poke it with the sword. Does it move?
It hasn't yet. Calypso, it's your turn.
Does it look like it was still charred? Does it look like the other bodies? Charred and burned? And...
In this instance, it appears that the burning has subsided.
So not like the other two.
Correct. Make an insight roll.
Thank you. Because I don't have any cantrips that are fire. Is that enough?
With the other two bodies, when they reached 0 hit points, by the time they essentially, in mechanics, when they would have regenerated, which is at the start of their turn,
Mm-hmm.
they had taken fire damage previously and therefore could not regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
This creature took fire damage from you, then got its turn. It did not regenerate, but it still had hit points. This is a new round. It would appear that new fire damage needs to be applied.
Yep. All right, I'm on my way. Beep. God. I have no cantrips that are fire. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
I would.
What's up?
Burn the spell slot
Why?
because you use burning hands. I'm laughing because you chose to use a spell on a dead creature that obviously, yes, would have come back, but you still chose to. I think it's very Calypso and in character. I'm going to give you an inspiration for that. I just think it was funny.
Okay.
So,
I'm not happy. I'm poisoned. I'm like.
I
half
know, which is
blind.
why.
I'm-
Which is why I think it's very much in character that Calypso would just go up and put
Bitches
her
are
hands
keeping fire.
and just burning hands the snake. Rather than be like, you know what, let me try like getting a torch or,
Burn its
or,
ass.
or
It's dead.
something else.
Walk
with
up and do
that.
the little finger thing.
With that, yes, it appears that the creatures have been defeated. Though their bodies have been charred in order to obviously keep them, dead. You don't believe that their skins or anything would be of any value at this quality. That being said, you could try to harvest some poison, should you wish.
You could harvest it for me, apparently.
I will try on this one down here. And that's what? A survival?
Does anybody else wish to try?
Just a regular survival roll is all I'm making, right?
Correct. Does anybody else wish to try?
Profanities will attempt to harvest some, but will offer whatever he gets to Arthemios.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I figured it'd go into party loot. There's one more snake.
I rolled a 19 on my survival.
Arcantos will do the third.
Okay. 3 successful survival rolls. Gathering some of your water skins and kind of quickly passing them around. You are successful in harvesting some poison from these snakes based off of your rolls. I would say you have the equivalent, and Penelope, I believe you're doing party loot, so something for you to note down. You have the equivalent of 6 vials of poison. If you want to be specific, this is the one moment. This is specifically Amphisbana Poison, which, when applied to a weapon, are you jotting this down?
I'm doing phonetically. It's gonna be real fun.
Well, you have the handout, so you can respell when you need. But this is Amphisbana Poison. Okay. It's an action to apply to a weapon. It'll last for an hour or until it's been used.
The spelling is on the stream right now. I was saying the spelling is on the stream screen right now.
Oh, there you
I'll
go.
look that up.
It is a DC 13, and then it deals 3d6 poison damage. So if someone wishes to apply it to a weapon, it's an action, or you can apply it to up to 3 pieces of ammunition.
Per vial?
Per vial, yes.
All right, and it's the DC 13, and it's how many damage? Sorry, I'm just writing that down.
3d6 poison.
Thank you.
It will last for an hour or until it's used, whichever comes first. With that, does the party wish to continue, wish to short rest? What would you like to do?
Is our quest time sensitive? Profanities.
You know that you need to return to camp in a time-sensitive manner.
Despite the fact that we just
This also
battled.
isn't a safe place to stay.
Despite the fact that we just battled, I feel more robust as my character has finally actually leveled up.
What'd you do? Took a level 1 rogue or a level 1
Oh,
fighter?
no, another level fighter. Second level fighter.
Okay. So, do you guys wish to rest or continue?
We can probably spend an hour to patch ourselves up, but we're definitely not setting up camp and long resting.
Okay. Would you like to take a short rest then?
Half the party appears to be battle wounded
Well,
and have taken poison damage. So I would say, yeah, we'll spend an hour and patch ourselves up and then press on.
Go ahead and shoot if you wish. Go ahead. You may use hit dice. You may go ahead and short rest. In the meantime, let's take a quick 5 to a 5-minute, 10-minute break. So if everybody would come back at 8:20, and we'll jump right back into it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep.
all right, roger that.
We will be right back after these short commercial messages.
Do we have a sponsor? No, I'm just kidding.
Unofficial drink sponsor,
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. And we're back to Secret Squirrel Games with the D&D Myths and Legends Greek mythology themed D&D campaign. Just took a momentary away from the game session here for a quick break, but we are back. So, back to you, Wolfgar.
All right, guys. Welcome back. So, you had just finished your short rest. Everybody happy where their health is at, doesn't want to spend any more hit dice, etc.
I still have an icon on me. Is that because I have the poison condition, or is that just poison damage?
No, that icon is because you have advantage on your next attack roll.
Oh, whoops.
You only did save spells, so that's why it's still there.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, with that, Profanity is still continuing your trek, turning to the right where the path continues uphill.
By the way, when we start going, I equip the Aegis Shield because I'm not doing that again.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
If we still got trekking to do, I'm putting that thing up.
Don't we have that torch? Or is that a full hour? Wait, didn't we do an hour?
Did you choose to rest within the light of the torch?
Yes, seeing that Arthemios recommended it earlier in combat, he recognized that we were not under the blessings of the torch. We will activate that during our short rest.
Make sure to call that beforehand next time. But yes, go ahead.
Yep.
You guys can apply 5 additional hit points to your max. Make sure you mark it separately, as they are not permanent. But yes, you now have aid cast upon you. And don't forget that you do have potions of healing, the tiny whinies, available to you as well.
Ah.
So, with that done, the party continues heading uphill, eventually coming upon the tower that you guys can see in the distance. This area is free of trees and appears to be rather rugged with some loose bits of rock. This appears to be a watchtower as you get closer to it that has been it's probably been abandoned for some time. Looking at the structure as you get closer, it was probably Trojan, potentially Cyzican in the past, but as I stated, does not appear to have seen any use. Most of the actual paths getting to this tower have been grown over with grass. And here you now are. Now you'll notice something a little different with this map, okay? Just something to kind of keep in mind. This is the entrance to the staircase up to the tower, okay? The whole place is hilled going upward. It is on an incline, not steep enough that it causes disadvantage or difficult terrain or anything like that, until, however, you get to the stairs. The stairs themselves are difficult terrain as you make your way up. Now, as you guys circle the tower and get a better field of vision of it, you notice that this portion of stair has been broken. So you will require a jump of some kind to get to it. This little outcropping here, where you can then climb into the central area of the tower.
Question.
Yeah.
How tall is it from here to the ground?
The entire height of the tower is 40 feet.
Perfect.
Now, you notice as well, there is an old yet seemingly still usable, at least from the bottom floor, seemingly still usable heavy crossbow, a Oxybelos, that is attached to the tower, and you can notice There is a rope, though old and somewhat frayed, and a heavy bolt that has been plunged into the wood. Near the bottom here. So, I need profanities. Since you were leading the party, I need you to roll a d20.
All right. 14.
14. Okay. At the moment, it appears that whatever creature that is supposed to be here is not at this time. Meaning that you potentially have time for now to set up a trap or lay in wait. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I intend to make the perilous journey to the top of this tower without being interfered with. So if it is not here, I intend to hustle up as quickly as possible.
So you can start making your way up. What about the rest of you?
I would do the same, but I'm definitely. I know that Calypso was waiting for
I need to time to ask somebody. I might just park right here and just wait.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll haul you up.
Me and my sandals. I don't know.
So you're gonna go over there alone?
No, I'll walk with Penelope, but I'll be tied to her because damn, it sucks.
All right, cool. Yeah, come on with me. I have her
just thought
with me.
it was funny. How tall is this thing exactly?
40 feet. Question for you. Let me see. Because I know I can move up twice the normal amount of time. So, what does that mean? Is that that's for actual long distance stuff? Never mind.
That means you'd be dragging me behind you. That's what.
That's to avoid the forced marched effect.
Arthemios, are you coming along? Or are you going to stay over there?
No, I'll come along.
He's surveying.
Am I to the point of jump necessity now?
Now that you are there, yes, it will require a jump. You unfortunately don't really have enough room to really get like a running jump, so I will require an athletics.
Okay.
Is there... I mean, it looks like there's a little bit of a precarious ledge that we could try to shimmy along. Is that not the case?
If you wish to do that, that is a additional option. That will require a separate kind of roll. That will require an acrobatics roll.
Nice, Arcantos. All right,
So you make it across without issue. I will say that as the both of you land profanities, you jump across, and Arcantos kind of follows right after you. As the both of you land, you can hear, and the weight on the rocky platform underneath you shifts slightly. It holds, nobody falls, but it definitely appears that this area can't handle too much weight for a prolonged period of time.
Profanity slips inside, and Arcantos calls to Penelope one at a time on the landing. And he also steps inside.
All right, I still have the rope from Calypso, and I'm going to go ahead and try and jump across. I mean, would that be...
with lax, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I'm going to just yank you along. Willy-nilly.
Yes.
Whack, whack.
Yeah.
They'll be slack, I swear. My question was, is that an appropriate thing, or should I toss the rope to Arcantos and then try to throw Calypso over without hurting her?
Yeah, this is even better. You know, you just you miss, and then Calypso goes down with you because you pull her down.
I'm just trying to do this the best way possible. Calypso's nemesis seems to be mountains of any sort.
Yep.
Well, it's pretty much gravity.
Oh,
so.
Oh, is that what it is? How do you think the best way to proceed then? I mean, do I go ahead and
No,
just...
just do the thing. It's a 50-foot rope.
All
We
right.
got plenty of rope.
All right, here I go. What the fudge?
Why are you at?
Advantage? Because I have advantage, but my advantage sucked.
Mm-hmm.
All
As
right.
you jump across, your footing somewhat slips. Let me have Arcantos make a strength saving throw. As he quickly reaches out to grab a hold of you.
All right, 1 sec. All right, here we go. Arcantos saving throw. He's not at advantage, demigod status or anything. Okay. Strength saving throw.
Son of a biscuit.
You guys have inspiration.
Arcantos will use my
Why?
party notes.
Okay.
Actually, he'll use my inspiration for controlling the hero.
Oh, all
Fair
right.
enough.
There we go.
There you go. He reaches out and grabs a hold of your arm, Penelope, and pulls you forward and kind of takes a step back, pausing himself before the structure underneath him gives way. He quickly pushes you over.
It's a maneuver he's quite familiar with his protection fighting style and being able to thrust that shield between, an attacker and an adjacent ally. It's the same kind of reaction. He just reaches out and grabs.
So
Makes sense.
Penelope makes it across safely.
I still have the rope for Calypso.
Okay.
Would that allow her some assistance in getting across? And by the way, Penelope is shaken.
I will lower the DC if she wishes to make an athletics, or she can choose to make an acrobatics and shimmy across.
Oh, I'm definitely doing acrobatics, but first I'm gonna re-equip, put the shield back so I can, have my hands free. So, acrobatics.
Doesn't she do it at advantage, I thought? Advantage, right?
I didn't say
It's-
advantage. I didn't
No,
say
he
advantage.
said
I said
acrobatics
lower.
or athletics. That's what he said. And my athletics is a -1, so.
He said
I
he was
said I
lowering
lowered
the
the
DC.
DC.
Yeah.
Maybe not that low.
All right.
Do you want to use an
It's the
inspiration?
same slippers.
Oh, Calypso, would you like my inspiration for party loot?
The
I
best
have one.
item for Calypso is going to be Boots of Spider Climb.
Yes, exactly. I have an inspiration, but I'm also tethered. I don't know.
You can try again.
I'll try again. Yeah, okay.
17, okay. Though you do lose a foot at one moment, and Penelope,
What?
you feel the rope.
Wait, she lost a foot?
Yep. Diabetes. It gets you
Her
every time.
pudding, her pudding. Just a
Wilford
worm.
Brimley's down there saying, thank you. He's down at the ground. He's like, thanks a lot.
It's Chaz, part 2.
Just as you lose your footing for a brief moment, Penelope, you feel the rope go taut. You yank as Calypso gets pulled up and around the rest of the way.
Whew.
Maybe a little shaken.
Like me and my athletics.
I'm
Damn it.
surprised I'm not used to this by now.
I'm also going to put my shield on my back, obviously, and put away, weapons and stuff like that, whatever, in order to do this. But I'm going to try to shimmy across.
Nice. And 11.
Yep, just an 11.
And 11, I'm going to require you to make a dex save.
It says here, Captain, but it
14 is enough for you to hold on and not fall, but I do need one more acrobatics check.
Crit.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
Similarly to Calypso, you lose your footing for a moment as the side of the walkway crumbles underneath you. I'm going to say at this point now, I will do this to illustrate it.
That more of that has crumbled away? Yeah.
Yes, now that two of you have tried to cross and you've lost your footing in the process, that edge has crumbled away. You can now only make the jump.
Okay. And
as you all...
so once we're in here, this is the wall of the tower?
Correct.
And then this is ground that's outside of the tower, like the wall is above that, right? It's not connected to it or anything like that. I mean, it's not like even with
this is this is the sheer face. This is the sheer face of the tower cliff.
Of the mound that the tower is on.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So what is the height of the natural ground face at the bottom of the tower on the outside, and then what is the height of the wall above that?
So at the base of this tower, or at this area here, basically, this is 40 feet above the ground. Okay. The wall is an additional 5 feet above that. As you look over
so it's
edge,
less of a, it's not really,
you're on top of the tower.
It's not really a tower, it's just a walled structure that's on top of the ground, or on top of a mound of ground.
Correct.
Okay, so it's not like it's a tall man-made tower or anything like that.
Yes, correct. It's more like a
it's worked out of whatever the rock face or whatever, and then just a 5-foot wall on top.
Correct.
Okay.
You do look down into this central area, and you can see that there's a lot of rock and rubble, but it appears that over that rock and rubble has been laid dirt,
right,
and sand and mud, etc., to create almost a artificial landing. And you can see amongst that landing are the bones of old gnawed bones of various humanoids and their rusted and ragged equipment. Profanities. Anybody who's looking into this hole, go ahead and make a perception roll.
Sorry there, Calypso.
Alas, poor Yorick.
Penelope's just wondering what's for lunch.
Profanities, Arthemios. You both notice that the only thing that appears to not have been either ripped to shreds or rusted over or just gnawed away is this bag right here. Like the shield, the sword, the spear, the hammer, all appear to be broken and rusted, but the bag appears to be still in good shape.
I pointed out to Calypso, and I immediately get to work with Arcantos, looking over this ballista device. Is there another arrow anywhere around?
It does not appear to be there. Doesn't appear to be any other bolts that are on the tower. There's still the one attached, but you would have to successfully yank it free.
Then he and I will attempt to do so.
And what is the depth of that center area again?
I was just gonna ask that, yeah.
It appears to be about 5-10 feet down.
Oh, Jesus.
Should be relatively easy to traverse.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sure. I just look at Arthemios.
Alas, poor Heward, who has left his haversack. Would be handy to have. Yeah, alright, I'll go check it out.
Are you just gonna jump down?
And when I say I'm gonna go, kind of like standing by the edge of the pool, I just go back, a hand on the back of Calypso, and she goes.
So make a dex save.
No, I'll go.
No, she already moved her token. Make a dex save.
No,
She
that was
made it
me.
with her time.
That
Oh.
was me.
Oh, I was gonna say, good lord! I looked away for a second. She's dead.
I mean, slippery slippers and all, but good God.
Right,
Somehow
go
I've
ahead,
maintained
Arthemios.
control over her for weeks.
Athletics.
If you wish, yes.
16.
You land, and there's a loud squelching noise as you
Squelch.
land. The
Ew.
ground underneath you
Uh-huh.
is soft, and the smell down here is
Okay.
ripe.
Okay. All right.
It might not just be mud
Right.
down here.
Yeah, I get it. All right.
What do you need from Arcantos and I to try to pull up that?
So this would be significantly easier if someone was down by the actual arrow, because you are now trying to pull it without ripping the rope, of which it is old. Unless you can think of a creative way. If you're just going to try to brood it, then I need 1 athletics roll and 1 sleight of hand roll.
Okay.
From 1 from each of you. So, like, someone does athletics, someone does sleight of hand.
Sure. Arcantos will do the athletics. And then I will attempt the sleight of hand. Hey, not bad.
It takes some doing, and there are times where the rope almost snaps. But with you, essentially, as he's kind of reeling, you can see that this Oxybellus has like a crank on it to reel in whatever the arrow, whatever the bolt hits. And as you do so, you can hear the creaking of the wood down below. Eventually, though, with you kind of shimmying the rope and jostling the rope as it gets pulled, the arrow does indeed come free, and you guys are able to reload the Oxybellus. Even though it's old, it seems to be in relatively good working order.
Okay. This is the welcoming committee for whatever this creature is. Arcantos and I will support it as, like, on our shoulders. And Arthemios...
it's on a rig.
Right, but the rig only points one direction. Right? It's not mobile. We're gonna break it off. We're gonna make a 3-man extra heavy crossbow out of this thing for a single shot on this creature's way in.
Okay.
Arcantos and I will be the sawhorses, and Arthemios, since he is more skilled in the bow, will take the shot.
You describe this plan, Arthemios. You hear this from ankle deep in gunk.
Yeah, you'll have to give me a minute.
Unless you want to stay hidden in the gunk. I
Not
recommend
in
that
the
as a
gunk.
surprise tactic. It worked well.
And I just noted anyway, just so I wouldn't forget, so that it could be logged in case something happened or whatever while I'm down there. I'm looking around for anything that might indicate the nature of the creature that layers.
Survival roll, please.
Like something obvious, especially like feathers and whatnot. 20.
Nice.
Nice. You do not see feathers. You see some long bits of fur, and then some short bits of fur that appear to be of a different color.
Short curly fur.
No. Some long, kind of wavy, it appears like hair, but it's softer.
Okay.
And then some short, coarse fur that is of a white color. And then the long, wavy hair is of like a tan color.
Okay. I make sure I call up and mention that to Calypso, who I'm sure is at least looking over the edge there at,
Like I will
I'm
tell you
grabbing
with
the
a
bag.
20. I will tell you with a 20, the coarse fur feels that of like a like a pack animal,
Okay.
and then like a goat or a sheep. No, well, not a sheep. Sheep would have wool, but like a
Right.
goat or
Okay.
a mule
Bristly-
or something like
bristly
that.
fur?
Bristly.
Got it.
The long wavy fur feels like a mane, like maybe a horse or something along those
Okay.
lines. The it could very well be that these are, just remnants of the bony bits here, however.
Right. Yeah, it could be not the creature that laired here, but whatever was in, whatever else remains are in
Its
here.
victims.
Correct.
And I'm gonna try to climb out.
You you take the pack. The satchel is it's not very large. It's only about the size. It's like almost shaped like a gourd. I'm gonna actually put a picture.
And while I was down there, I didn't see anything else that I might not have noticed from above, right?
No.
Okay.
It's almost shaped like a gourd somewhat, wrapped in leathers that seem to, it's seen better days, but for the most part remains intact, it appears. Some rope seems to fasten the lid to the bag.
Okay.
It's very light.
Cool. I'm still gonna climb out.
Okay, make an athletics.
It's slippery.
It is very slippery.
Yeah.
You take the next few moments doing so. As you crest over the top, finally, you're covered in this gunk.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, you
Yeah.
don't smell like a summer daisy.
Yeah, it's great.
But you are out, and the plan has been explained to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to open the bag, or are you going to prepare the ambush, or doing anything else?
Does it feel like there's anything in it?
It appears very light.
I mean, I'll open it just to double check anyway, but
Okay. You unfasten the rope, and as you open it, it is a dark, empty void.
Ooh.
there you go.
May I see?
It's dark and empty. There's nothing to see.
Is this like the nothing from the never-ending story? Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Don't
I will
let me
hand the bag to Calypso so that she may see.
Thank you. What is it? Can I tell?
It appears to be a bag with a dark, empty void within.
Hmm.
Put your hand inside.
Mm-mm. No. I'll take one of my extra candles and drop it down in and see what happens.
So you take a unlit candle,
Mhm.
and you drop it in, and as soon as it goes into the bag, it disappears from sight.
Hmm. I turn it upside down and shake it.
Nothing comes out.
And I don't hear it rattling in there.
Nope. And it doesn't appear to have changed in weight.
And I've never heard of such an item?
Make a perception roll. I would like everybody to make perception rolls.
Oh.
And I'm starting
and
to.
Calypso, I would like you specifically to make a perception roll. Was not in regard to the item. I want you to make a history roll.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But perception you needed to make anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, my
Stop,
little
you
owl is
tricked
out,
me.
by the way.
Arthemios, I was like, oh, damn. I was like, oh, that's not my roll.
No.
You never know what this freaking thing is.
Calypso,
Yeah.
as you try to rack your brain for a moment to figure out what this was, you kind of look out into the distance, and you see two shapes that are fast approaching you with very large wingspans. A shout of alarm rings out as you guys see that you are coming closer and closer, face to face to your quarry. There appear to be two of them. I need you all to roll initiative, as coming in from this direction
You saw my note above about the shield, right? After we got back in. Oh, damn.
I did not see that.
Can you put it back on the screen? I accidentally clicked it off of there.
Did the
Makes
same
That's
thing.
what I thought. Chimera,
Oh my goodness.
I want to pet it.
lion fur, and goat fur at the same
Yep.
time. Yeah.
Yep. Coarse fur, mane.
All right. Well, it looks like Profanities and Arcantos will be able to at least position themselves for a first shot. Unless a Chimera is epic, which no, their initiatives seem more.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys rolled really good on your
Perfect.
initiatives.
Perfect.
Not me.
Gianni, I didn't hear a confirmation. You saw my note earlier. Penelope and I were talking about once we get up there and get settled that I get the Aegis shield back equipped before we started the whole pit thing, right?
That is fine.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay. You
And
are good.
Archimedes is my greatsword.
Correct. All right, folks. It is time for some more good old-fashioned combat. As the two Chimera, whose lair you have disturbed, circle in. We start with Profanities. I will note you have the one arrow.
Yep.
I will also put this on here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Damn it.
Give you guys essentially a token that you can use.
Oh, to move the
We will use
whatever it
this.
was called.
It's a little hard to see, but there we go. All right, so you guys can kind of move that token as you see fit. I
Do
will
we have-
rotate it to better fit the.
Permissions for it?
Yep, I'm about to do that now.
Okay.
All right, you should. Everyone should be able to move the crossbow.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
If the way you are holding it, Profanities, I will say, it's heavy, so one person can move at difficult terrain with it, or you can go your full movement with holding your action for somebody else to move,
Okay.
so to speak.
Hang on.
Or you could just, turn your position and stay where you are. You don't have to go all the way to the edge if you didn't want to, kind of situation.
Yep. So Profanities and Arcantos are going to pivot. And as we do, the device will go there.
Go ahead and
Profanities. Since our initiative is the same, I'm just going to have us both act.
That's fine.
Both of us using our strength to support the weight of it and stabilize it to take direction from Arthemios as he will take his action to fire this beast of a extra heavy crossbow.
I'm
Hoping
going to
that
say-
extras add D10s.
No, you didn't remember. It's only one. Only a heavy crossbow. No, I'm kidding. I will say, because you guys are taking your turn, essentially, to steady it, Arthemios, you have advantage.
Sweetness.
Once it's
Get-
your turn. of
Get
which
your ass over
is
here.
now.
Put one of these beasts in the ground.
Well, it's my turn right after them anyway, so, right?
Yes, it
So-
is.
Cool. Then, yeah, I will move past Arcantos to that firing position there and sight it real quick and do the thing.
Loose.
So, I am going to give you.
Obviously, I don't have a
one.
weapon stat for it on my character sheet, so.
No worries. I'm going to do this for you now. Make something real quick.
And range should not be a problem. It's only 65 feet away.
Yes, range is not going to be a factor in this case. Ammo is going to be a factor.
Well, we get one shot.
Yeah, it's not really much of a factor.
And I'm not expecting to be able to reel it back in, so this is just the welcoming committee.
Construct. Ignore all that. Ignore all this other stuff. It
40 D10 creativity and siege damage.
Ooh.
I actually have a stat block I'm using. Alright. It has a +6 to hit. Okay.
Am I supposed to be putting this on my character?
No, I'm making you a handout right now. It is 3d12.
Time
Plus
for the crit.
6 piercing damage.
Time for
on
the
a
crit.
hit.
And what's it called?
And then it can be reeled, and we'll get to that when we get to that.
And what's it called?
Let me do that. Do that. There we go. Do that. I'll make this public for all of you. And I think I should be able to do this as well.
That's all right. I mean, I've got the stats for it. It's fine. You said it's +6 to hit, 3d12, +6 damage. I'm assuming dex. You know.
There you go.
There you go. That's fine. Oh,
Yeah. Or he could just type it in either way.
okay.
All right, bolt. There it is. And you have advantage.
You have advantage.
But okay.
What?
No, I mean, I still would need to attach my stat bonus for it, right? So
No. This is just it's a flat +6.
Yeah, because you can't move it with your dexterity. You're just
if I'm not aiming
sliding
it
and
or
squeezing the
anything.
trigger.
I mean, you are somewhat aiming it. However, it's not like you are proficient in Oxybellus. This is a siege weapon
All
of
right.
sorts. So it has a fixed to hit.
Okay. Well, there it is. Whatever it is.
Yeah. 22.
22 definitely roll that damage.
Gotta
You
pull
just
that.
hit both.
Yeah, I gotta pull that thing up again. I had to.
You should be able to just click the word bolt in the chat box, and it should roll the damage.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
yeah. 23
Yes,
points.
nice.
23 points of piercing damage. All right, and this one, correct? Yes, that's the one you're facing.
Yes.
So, 23 points of piercing damage. The bolt lodges itself into the creature, which screeches in pain. You can so that was your action. It is an action to reel it in. If you wish to do so, any three of you or anybody can run up to the Oxybellus and try to reel it in, should you wish. Is there anything else you want to do?
I mean,
Arthemios?
does it seem like that would be? Well, as you said, it's an action to do it. So I've already fired. So okay. Then no, nothing more. I guess I need to do.
Do you want to stay where you are?
Actually, you know what? These things over here, these like the same height as the wall they stick in though?
No, they're a little higher. They're like little crenellations. so to speak.
Cool. Let's see. I went 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've still got movement left and everything, so I know that there's no firing this thing again. So I am going to take off over this way. And hide behind that wall from the one that I just fired at. Not hide, just hide. You know, not stealth hide, just seek cover.
Okay.
Because I did move, so I don't have enough movement to be able to stealth hide.
Okay. With that, Calypso, it is your turn.
Right.
Actually, hold on. You know what? I'm going to go the other way instead, because I do have enough movement that way. Because I went from here, 1, 2, 3, to where I am. 4, 5, 6 as my regular movement, and then I can hide behind that one, and I will stealth hide there.
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck, you guys make my job so hard. Okay.
Are you hiding behind me?
Make stealth.
And on the other fucking side. Okay, anyway, moving on. So I've still got this thing in my face, and I'm like, shit. So I just one last quick ditch attempt to figure out what the fuck this thing is. I just like reach in and try to grab the, what's it called, the candle, and like flip it, like I'm trying to shake it and flip it inside out, do something to figure out what the fuck this thing is real quick.
As you reach in and you think about the candle, you feel your hand hit something, and that kind of spooks you for a moment. You pull your hand down, and as you're like shaking it, the moment you flip it inside out, the candle falls out with kind of a dull thud, as well as 10 long bolts clattering to the ground.
Oh, fuck yes. Okay. How heavy are
I
they?
am going to, hold on, I'm going to mark where they are.
Okay.
So there are 2 in that space. Actually, hold on. There are 2 here. There are 3 in that space that are kind of precariously perched.
Mm-hmm.
1 in that space.
Oh, of course they're that way. Yep.
2 in that space.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 that have fallen into the gunk.
Yep. Because I'm facing those things going, what the fuck? Yep. Okay. Right. So this bag seems like
Okay, that was your
fun.
bonus action to do.
That was my bonus action. This bag seems fun. I just like stash it real quick, and then I cast Spirit Guardians, because it says 15-foot radius. That's all around 360, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a dome, a 15-foot dome, basically around my location.
The dome, yeah.
Okay. I cast that, which covers everything. Yeah. I take. Wait. If
It's
that's
a
the case.
dome-shaped figure.
It's
Wait,
a
that's
dome.
not. How is that 15? Wait.
It's a 15-foot radius from you.
Would it not cover this square too?
It's everything the light touches.
Okay.
Is your kingdom.
Yay! Okay, there. That's where I want to be.
Okay.
Wait,
that it?
let me. Hold on. No, I want to cover that and cover that. Yeah, and then I just put my shield up and I'm like, guys?
You guys noticed that as she unfurled this bag, more of these, obviously meant for this Oxybellus, more of these long bolts, no rope attached to them, but these bolts do clatter to the ground.
And obviously they see in like the edges of the 15-foot kind of dome, if you will, that there's these angelic looking creatures creating
Angelic? What are you talking
Hold
about?
on,
Angelic.
spiritual. Their spectral form appears angelic or fey of my choice.
Right, but put it in a Greek sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. So they look like lit up forms of
They're little suns.
balls of light. Right, balls of light is what I was going for. Little balls of light, kind of around and then up and over, and protective. Obviously, some kind of protective barrier.
Is that it for you, Calypso?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because it's Chimera's turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go swoopies. It will make a wisdom save as it lands here with a loud thud.
It pulls out its own Oxybellas that it had no ammo for, but now it finds ammo for.
Yeah, you guys stole from its stash, assholes.
Yelp.
Yeah, because it was reaching in that bag.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
the
in
only
its
reason it
phone.
couldn't get the ammo,
That's
is because
why
it can't
kept
reach
it.
into the bag, can't hold the bag.
Yeah, it has no
Exactly.
opposable thumbs.
Right?
Hey,
So
it's
it's
got
grateful.
3 heads. It's got 3 heads. It can figure it out. 3
It's
brains are
grateful.
better than 1. It's gonna make a wisdom save.
I don't know. I saw Holy Grail. It seems like that guy didn't do so well with his 3 heads.
A 20 will save. It takes half damage. Calypso.
Yeah, I was trying to find it. I was trying to find it in my list to click it.
Okay. You see the creature here. Not too happy with this. Oh, and you are currently concentrating on that.
Yes, I am.
First, it's going to make a bite attack
Uh,
with the lion's head.
okay, hold on. Let me read this shield thing real quick.
That's if I miss.
Right, so I would know if I was using the shield, I would know whether or not you hit, as opposed to wording flare. Okay.
Which is you do before I attack.
Right. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. It's going to try to bite you.
Yep.
It does indeed miss.
So I'm gonna try to hit that head with the, well, I'm just gonna throw up the, what's it called? Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. So go ahead and cast the spell, do the damage. And it's going to make a dex save. It succeeds, only taking half damage.
Yeah, it's not gonna be happy with me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not happy with you. As the lion then roars some more and is going to try to claw you with its claws.
Yep.
That's a natural 20.
Fuck.
15 points of slashing damage, and I need a concentration check. Concentration save, I would say.
Okay, 15.
Yep, 15 points of damage.
So I run mine a little bit different. That doesn't include the number that you saw, didn't include the 5. I stuck it in temporary hit points. Otherwise, I'll forget what my max hit points is. So it's just
That's fine.
easier for me. So I took the 5 out and then I took the 10 off.
Okay. No
And
worries.
then you wanted me to do what? I'm sorry, what was the other thing?
Concentration check on Spirit Guardians.
Damn it.
Does someone want to give an inspiration, or are you going to keep
That
it?
would be great.
I am absolutely giving an inspiration.
You have one?
I have the 1.
Yeah, I used mine. When I re-rolled, I used mine last time.
Got it. Okay.
That might not be enough, though.
A 13 is enough. You needed a 10 or higher.
Okay.
Okay. You maintain concentration on Spirit Guardians for now. The Dragon Head is now going to exhale a 15-foot cone of fire. So, it will go 1,
I just lean into the shield.
2. 1, 2, 3. So it can only hit Calypso. Yeah, because it would go. Yep. It doesn't have any more movement, so it can't get closer. Yep. So it only hits Calypso. Calypso, I need a dex save.
10.
Okay. You're going to take full damage.
No, I'm not.
You are going to take the full brunt minus your resistances to fire.
That's right.
I will roll this publicly.
And yeah, no, I'm kidding. I might be. Yep, I'm done.
So half of 36.
So what is that? 30?
18.
What's that? 18?
18 fire damage.
Okay.
That is that Chimera's turn.
I yell in pain.
This one.
And I need to make another. I need to make another concentration. Right?
Correct.
Yep.
Nope.
Unless there's, I don't think there's any. Oh wait.
There's one left. It's
you want to
mine.
save it?
Yeah, because she's going down. Looks like. I think I'll save it.
Okay. Spirit Guardian's drops.
And I don't believe I have one. I mean, normally it would be for controlling the hero, but
Right.
Mudge is doing that. Profanity is doing that tonight, so
Yeah, because you're streaming.
yeah. Unless I get one for streaming,
Will
for controlling the
no.
stream.
No. Actually, it's going to start off with the fire breath, catching the both of you in a cone. 1, and 2. Penelope, Arthemios, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws. Penelope, you have advantage.
Do I get any benefit for hiding behind that wall?
Not when it's landed. It can definitely see you now that it's landed.
No, I mean because of it being
Oh,
partially
due to cover?
blocking.
No. No, it's not enough cover for the fire breath. It's only a small outcropping.
Penelope should have spent a lot more time communing with Athena, because damn.
All right, you guys take. Penelope, you take 30 points of fire damage. Arthemios, you will take half of that because you successfully saved, so 15 points of fire damage. The Chimera will then move in to continue its assault. It's going to make a bite attack first at Arthemios. Arthemios, you have, I'll give you half cover. So +2 to your armor class due to that little outcropping. Fire went around corners, so that wasn't going to help you. But
Okay.
you get a little bit of help from the bite. So let's try this. What's your armor class with it? 18.
Yeah.
A 20 will hit. 13 points of piercing damage. The claw attack will be on Penelope. That hits. 7 points of slashing damage. That is the Chimera's turn. Penelope, you are up.
Okay, Penelope is obviously in a rage now.
Mm-hmm.
Or if she wasn't obvious, she's making it obvious. I'm in a rage.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna throw that out there. And screw it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna reckless.
Okay.
Attacking this little sucker.
Roll ahead. That definitely hits.
Nice.
All right.
Going again.
A 15 hits.
Oh!
Nice damage.
All right.
2 hefty slashes into the Chimera. It's definitely wounded, but it still looks pretty fresh.
Damn it.
Is that it for you, Penelope?
Yevers.
Profanities.
I was looking to add some notes to the Chimera. Have you shared the sheet
I
with
not
us yet?
have. Give me one moment.
Okay.
I will get that set up for you if you want to start your turn.
Okay. Profanities will immediately drop his hold on the crossbow, drawing his weapons as he moves across the battlefield. I will activate my fighting spirit and begin my attacks on the creature. First, the Blades of Fury with advantage. The first attack is a crit,
Nice.
and I will not have to reroll. Do I get to reroll fire damage
No.
on the weapon? Only the weapon damage itself,
Only
right?
the weapon damage.
Alright, well that's 22, 30, 40 points of damage with the first swing. No, wait, 22, 24, 34 points of damage with the
Yeah,
first
34. Nice. Well
Second swing. 17, that should hit.
done. Definitely.
I will re-roll that weapon, though. So 5, 9, 13, 16, 26 points all day from that attack.
This Chimera is severely injured.
I will action surge
Go for it.
and rinse and repeat. That's an 18 to hit.
And that is a dead Chimera at your feet.
Re-rolling that one, getting a 1 and returning. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement used so far. I will use another one to there. Do I have a free action to interact with object and scoop up two bolts? Okay, then I will scoop up the 2 bolts from this square here.
You now have them in your hand.
Alright. Maybe I can't, because I use 2 separate weapons.
Yes, but you typically, it's not like they are typically always in hand every single time. So
Okay. I would just have to drop the bolts in order to attack, I assume.
correct.
Okay. Then that is it for profanity.
Okay.
Alright. Arcantos. Arcantos is going to use his action to spin the bottle. He is not going to attempt to support its weight.
Let him make a shot. It's just at disadvantage.
He has no bolts. He can't make a shot.
Oh, that's right.
He will use his action to pull on the crank. Oh, wait, never mind. The crank is stabbed into this one.
Right.
Alright, so Arcantos will then... Let me see. He's already used his heroic rally. He's going to... He's going to try to leap there. So he's going to take that diagonal path using his movement.
Make
and
it
then
out
attempt to leap there. There we go.
No issue.
Alright. Did he use an action to pivot the...
I'll
double
say.
step?
Let's see. He was
He
here.
moved 5 feet. Yeah, he just pushed it 5 feet because he was He was like here with me.
And then he
But he
kind of
just
goes
spun
to
it.
here at that point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, to move and get across, because the turning of it would have been 10 feet to turn it, essentially. If
Okay.
you're trying to move it by yourself. So then if he wants to get all the way to there, that's gonna require a dash.
Okay. Then that's what he does this action.
Okay, he does still have some more movement if he wants to like go to this corner here.
Okay,
If somebody else wanted to do that. Okay.
That's exactly what he will do.
Arthemios.
I will stab with the Underworld Scepter. Normal stab. 25 to hit.
Definitely
Nice.
hits.
It's the number on the left at the bottom, so plus the sneak. So 12. And
You have second wing now, right?
I do have second wind. I'm going to... Did I see Profanities? Any chance I saw him pick up... Well, I know that Calypso had dumped out those bolts, at least, so I'm hoping maybe somebody did, or whatever. So since I struck, I'm going to go ahead and move... Oops, not that. I'm going to move over this way
Mm-hmm.
in hopes that maybe we can get a shot off with this thing in a minute, and then I will bonus action second wind.
Go ahead and roll.
I don't think I have it. Do I have it set up? I don't have it set up. I'm just going to roll the d10 and add the con.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not con. That's +2.
Huh?
It's
I mean,
it's
fighter
not
level.
cognitive.
Fighter level. I mean, yeah, +2. There you go. I'll get 3 whole points.
Right. Is that it then for you?
Yeah, that's action, movement, bonus action.
Calypso.
Yeah, I'm seeing everybody's is down hit points, but you guys are. How does it look? How does that creature look?
It is not bloodied yet.
Oh, fuck. It is not bloodied yet.
Correct.
Hold please. I have like 3 planes in mind. Hold on.
Now time for the great narrowing.
Okay, I'm going to upcast a guiding bolt by 1. 4d6, which means it'll be 5d6, and it makes it glittery, right? Yep. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Guiding bolt, upcast 1 slot. On obviously.
And roll to hit.
All right. Yeah. Here you go.
A 14 hits.
Nice.
16 points of damage.
Yeah.
And it is now glowing.
It is now glowing, and I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Sanctuary on myself. Actually, Arthemios. Nope, I'm going to cast it on myself.
And that's your ability to do, so not a spell casting, right?
It's a bonus. Oh, correct. It doesn't take a spell slot. It's
Right.
my circlet, but
Right.
it does. It does take a bonus in my bonus action.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's not you casting a second spell in the same round.
No. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. With that, and I believe when you cast Sanctuary, you heal.
I gotta read it again, but yeah, hang on. I'm trying to burn the circlet thing.
Calypso.
So many things to read.
Resources all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time you cast Sanctuary,
I roll my tier and d6s to heal the target, so it would be 1d6. Yeah.
you are tier 2, 2d6.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2d6. My bad. Thanks.
And you heal that yourself. 5 points. Okay. It is the Chimera's turn. Let's see if it regains its fire breath. It does. Very nice. Where should it go? Right, first, it's going to make a bite attack at Penelope. It has advantage because you reckless. That's a natural 20. That's 22 points of piercing damage, so you take 11. It is then going to make a claw attack at you, Penelope. Also at advantage. That hits. 12 points of slashing, so 6 points of damage. It is then... Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna rear its head and attack you, Penelope. I need you to make a dex save. You have advantage.
Oh, it's gonna scorch you.
I really don't like you right now. And yeah, I am talking to you, Brad.
I'm sure.
Dex
I
save.
make everybody's shit list at some
Dex
point.
save at advantage.
I am just.
Oh my
Can I
gosh.
use that inspiration now?
I think I gave.
Ah. I'm
No,
the
I'm
only
talking
one with one
profanities.
left.
For the
Yes,
viewing
you
audience, she rolled a 6.
should roll one
Yeah,
more.
3 and a 6.
Yeah, 3 and a
Yeah.
6. Yes, a 3 and a 6 with
She had
advantage.
a 6, so
Yes.
roll a dex save, not an advantage, using my inspiration.
14.
There we go.
I'm not sure that helps. The
Everybody
silence.
holds their breath.
Oh,
Not the dragon.
Oh, it's
DC 15.
It's a 15.
You take
7d8.
41 points of fire damage,
Penelope is
reduced
down.
in half to 20 points of fire damage, and Penelope goes unconscious.
Which is a
Ouch.
relief, considering her rolls today.
That means, Penelope, I need you now to make a death saving throw secretly, please. Select your token,
Here comes the
go to the
natural.
corner, do not say anything, do not react, just roll.
Here comes the natural 20.
I get to reroll that, right? I am faded.
Oh. Don't react in any way. I get to reroll because I'm faded.
I'm sorry.
Well, Penelope, that wasn't a natural one.
I'm so stupid.
That is so no, you don't get to reroll that.
Damn it!
Fail.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
anymore.
Don't
I'm
react in
sorry.
any way.
Fail on the dice roll. Fail on the reaction to the dice roll. Fail on the knowledge of your abilities.
I'm
Fail
really
on
dying.
understanding the dice.
I'm so sorry. No.
It is, whenever it's a fail, it automatically has the red outline. When it's a
Damn
pass, it automatically has
I
the
will
green
remember
outline.
this. I will not react next time, I swear.
Profanities. It's your turn.
How does it look?
Bleak.
It is now blood.
Not you.
Yeah, that. My bad.
To toss the bolts here, would it cost me a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, then I
Do
use my
so
bonus action.
accurately and not like require.
I spend my bonus action. I toss the bolts to Arthemios' feet.
Okay. You do so.
I spend my movement to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I use my last fighting spirit to give.
Well, you
myself-
already have advantage on the first.
Oh, that's
attack.
right, and I can't use fighting spirit anyway because that costs me a bonus action. So I have advantage on the first attack because of guiding bolt, and blades of fury come down upon his head.
Okay.
21 to hit. I will re-roll the 1 that is a part of that damage. 2 more points, so that's 28 points of damage with the first attack. The advantage is consumed. My second attack will miss.
Indeed. Is that it for you profanities?
And that is it for profanities.
Arcantos is next.
Arcantos will begin his attacks, however. First spear thrust. Will miss with a natural 1. Second spear thrust. Hit with a 26. 13 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he will use his bonus action to give the spear butt attack, hitting with a 21, dealing 7 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Not looking great, but it is still up.
And Profanities and Arcantos both call to Arthemios, pin this fucking thing to the wall.
Yeah.
Arthemios.
Yeah, am I even able to lift this freaking thing? You know,
Well,
You shouldn't have to. It's pointed the right direction.
You shouldn't have
it's
to.
pointed
It
in the
is-
right direction, but it's laying on the ground, isn't it?
That is true. You guys broke it off of its housing.
Yeah, but I mean, all it's got to do is shoot along the ground.
I mean, you can. I will
like
let
that
you,
to
Arthemios,
happen.
if you want. You can go prone and kind of like.
Yeah, I was gonna sniper rifle it. You know.
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna
It's
do.
basically on a try on a V stick.
Yeah, I'll throw a bolt on there, whatever. Crank the thing back, throw a bolt on there, drop down.
It is not steadied.
No, it's not.
So
It
not
is at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It is not steadied. It is not held. Yes, though it is on the ground, it is not meant to be on the ground like that.
Right. And where is the item in the?
In
Oh, there it is.
summons
There it is.
warriors.
I see it. Okay.
Oxybelos.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
All right. With
roll on
disadvantage,
that one.
right?
Correct. Don't roll on that one.
Yeah, that would suck. All right, with disadvantage.
I can't even look. Oh wait, I can't. Never mind.
A
There
20
it is.
and a 21 on the rolls. So a 20 to hit.
That misses. No, of course.
Oh, all right. Kathwack for 23 piercing.
Yeah.
Which head did you aim at?
That was aiming for the body, but that's fine.
Dragon.
Yeah, I guess
And-
dragon, whatever.
As you fire the Oxybelis, the bolt skewers through the neck of the dragon, kind of ricocheting off the ground and going up into the skull of the creature. You hear it gurgle and groan as the other heads are lulled from the attacks from Profanities and Arcantos, and the creature crumbles to the ground. It is dead.
Checking the skies. Are there any more?
Staying into initiative, Calypso, is your turn after that. Unless Arthemios, there's something else you want to do.
No, I'll do exactly like she just said. Check the skies for any others, just to make sure there's no other targets around. Actually, you know what? I am. No. Yeah. I'll just look around for any other threats.
Calypso.
Yeah, I just kind of glance around to look to see, do I see anything else incoming first?
Not with a cursory glance. If you want, you could spend the time to look.
Yeah, but then that's an action, right?
At least a bonus action.
At least a bonus action. Okay, well, that takes 10 minutes to do, and that's only one creature. Everybody looks... most of us look... Okay, Penelope's down. Arthemios and I both look pretty beefed up, right?
Right.
The other two are doing okay. I don't look. You're funny, Penelope. I don't look anyway. I'm dead. All right, fine. I will.
Yeah.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I would have done, probably. I guess if I didn't see an immediate threat, I would have headed toward Penelope.
What are we doing then? Are you retconning? Because
I just would have
Just moved it.
No, I don't have another action. I can't do anything else. I just would have moved that direction so that I would be able to give her a tiny whiny or something later.
She does have a tiny whiny on her belt.
Right.
right. So there's 3 of us that need healing. Do we think we're out of threat? I just kind of look at you and I look at
I'm going
profanity.
to tell you, Calypso, the longer you wait, the closer Penelope gets to death.
Okay.
She is dying and bleeding out.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and cure wounds her right now.
Sure.
Take care of her
Not be
first, and then we can decide what to do with the rest of the party.
Perfect. 10 points of healing, Penelope.
There you go. And I burn the spell slot. All right. So this bag came in handy, and I hold up the little gourd baggy thing. We're gonna refill it.
You absolutely can if you'd like. Now that you see that while it's been inside out, the void is gone. It appears to be just like a regular bag. But as soon as you fix it, that dark, endless void reappears.
And you said my candle came out with all the other mess, right?
Correct.
Aha. Interesting. All right.
If you haven't guessed already what this
Uh-huh.
is, it is, of course,
A handy haversack.
a bag of holding.
Yep. Nice.
Well, first I consult with Arcantos about how difficult it would be to return this beast of a crossbow to our ship. Actually, we've been traveling across land. We would be to encampment, right?
You
how,
could do that.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you cut out there, Calypso.
Yeah, she
How big
started
is this
whispering to
thing?
me. It's about 10 feet long.
It's not going to fit into the bag. Nice try, though. You will have to carry it. I will tell you, this is specifically, though, for whoever is taking loot at any time. Obviously, you can transfer what you've kind of listed as party loot to whatever you want to transfer to, and that's fine. However, anything you wish to put into the bag should be separately labeled, so to speak.
All right.
All right. I am going to... First, we're going to harvest what we can from...
Yep. You would like to do some harvesting?
Yeah, whatever we can first.
Okay, there are 2 creatures who are the 2 people making the rolls, the survival.
Well, Arcantos is at a +5, Profanity's +4. Penelope, I think, has a 3 or a 4.
For which
on
one again?
Survival.
A 5.
A 5, alright. So Arcantos and Penelope, I think, unless Arthemios is higher than...
No, I'm only 3.
Okay.
Before you make the rolls, unless you've already done them. Okay, before you make the rolls.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. I'm going to give you the choice. Looking over the body, there doesn't really appear to be anything that's worth any other than, like, you know, you can harvest teeth and claws and things. as far as little trophies, but nothing of real monetary value. Except for it requires a very high roll. You could try to harvest the fire bladder that the dragon head used to breathe fire. You could either both of you make one roll each, or one person make it at advantage, and then you only get to harvest the one. It's up to you.
Well, we have 4 of us that have the skill. We could. I could provide advantage for Arcantos, and Profanities could provide advantage in Penelope, right?
If you're
Profanities
proficient,
is proficient.
you can do it.
Yes, we are all proficient, all 4 of us.
Then yeah, if you want to make 2 rolls at advantage, by all means, you have to be
So
proficient and then you can provide the help.
Yeah, so Penelope and Arcantos with the +5s each should be able to both do them with advantage, 1 on each.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for
So
it.
Arcantos receives advantage Mios and rolls his survival. Crit 25.
Oh,
It's
man, you're-
very delicate work, but he pulls out a hunting knife provided by Arthemios, and with his help holding the head steady, he cuts into the neck and pulls out a very, very warm to the touch, spherical, glowing bladder. He looks to Calypso and gestures for her to open the bag.
I'll open the bag.
He gently puts it inside. I will give you guys the details on that in a moment. Go ahead and make the second roll.
Penelope.
Oh, you have a lot of faith, my friend. All right, here goes.
Profanities.
Natural one.
Well, 24.
Aw.
Damn
Two
One
of
good
them.
roll.
Yes, you do indeed get 2 of these. You can call these Chimera Fire Bladders. Essentially, they can be used as thrown weapons,
Holy hand grenades of Antioch.
essentially. They have a range of 20 feet, or a long range of 40 feet.
What do you count to for those again? I don't remember.
One more time.
They are the Fire Bladder, Chimera Fire Bladders. They can be thrown. Okay? They have a range of 20 feet, or a long range of 40 feet. Okay? Wherever it hits, everything within a 15-foot radius
Dies.
must make a dex save. Everything within a 15-foot radius must make a dex save. On a fail, they take 7d8 fire damage.
Boom.
On a pass, they take half. Fail is 7d8 fire damage. If a pass is half. It is an action to throw like any other, use an item. But 20-foot range, 40-foot long range, everything within a 15-foot radius of the hit. 78 fire damage.
All right. Next
And with
on
that,
Sorry,
Wait.
go ahead.
what were you gonna say?
Were you done?
Well, I was gonna continue, but unless you wanted to speak up, go for it.
Well, I was moving on from the chimeras. We were moving on to the Oxybellos.
Go for it.
Okay. So I want to work with Arcantos and some rope to lower this down here. Since we have the window.
I'm gonna give it to you. No rolls necessary. You
Okay.
guys have the resources, you have the manpower, you can do it. You take your time on it, you can do it. And you successfully lower the Oxybellos. It's gonna be heavy, but you have it, as long as 2 people move, in conjunction, you should be fine. I'm assuming all of the bolts get collected and put in the bag.
Yep. Next, we're going to take the south wall here and the west wall here, taking those planks and an axe to cut them down. I have a hand axe. We will cut them down into rough round wheels and use this bolt lodged in this one as a makeshift axle to basically create a wheelbarrow effect to allow us to move it back to town.
Say this.
A crossbow cart.
Crossbow
If
cart.
you wish to, you are on a time crunch, but I'll space it out that if you guys wish to forego a long rest and just do this, get the travel going, and get back to camp, you will have to check to see if you get exhaustion. But if you wish to forego a long rest, you can make it back to the satyrs, finish your interaction with them, make it back to camp in time before you have to head out to go face or to go and seek out Agamemnon, essentially. You can take another short rest if you'd like, as you know, some of you are preparing this cart, the rest of you can be resting. But if you want to do all of this, it's going to require you foregoing a long rest, because you have been doing a sizable amount of traveling. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the short rest is fine for everybody except for Calypso. She's the only one that really rests.
I will say you will have an opportunity to long rest again before heading out to Agamemnon. But if anything costs you on the way...
Right. So having said that point, I was just thinking about Prayer of Healing, but it's my last level 2. I still have a level 3 and a level 1 available.
Well, don't use it yet. Everybody should still have hit dice
yeah.
left.
I'm good with
Yep.
that.
As Arcantos and I don't really need to spend hit dice, we will spend the time constructing the cart. The Cartabelos.
So, we will say this
Question.
as we are... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What do you need?
When we do hit dice,
Mhm.
does it add our con modifier?
If you click the hit dice on your character sheet where it says the
Yes.
word hit dice, yes, it automatically adds
Okay.
the combat.
Never mind then.
It should.
Okay, never mind.
So, what we'll do as we're approaching 10 o'clock, go ahead and you guys can use your hit dice, regain your, short rest abilities. Okay? And then we will call it here, folks, as you now have your Cartabelos. You have your new fire bladders. You have your new bag of holding. And I've put that in... where did that go? Who's holding on to the bag of holding?
I have it right now.
Okay. Calypso, it is going under your magic items for now.
Sure, we'll sort that out when we get back to camp.
Okay. And that's how it actually looks in the picture. So, you have your new bag of holding. You have your Cartabelos. You have yourselves, and you have your success in defeating the chimeras. Returning to Pan. In the process, you will receive your gifts, as it were, and then you will continue back to camp before your final assault, or final rest before your assault on the Trojan camp. And with that, I hope everybody enjoyed today's session. Great job, guys. Good gaming. And thank you, anybody who tuned in to watch. I'm going to pass it back to you, Squirrel. If you would, sign us off.
Excellent. Good, good going, group. I will do exactly that. I'm going to go ahead and switch it out of Discord for me to do that then. And thanks for the session, though. It went well.
Absolutely. As well as one can expect.
Right. Very happy. And
I will eventually set the world on fire.
Anybody have anything else they want to add before I disconnect from the Discord channel and go do the sign out?
No, nice work, everybody.
Good game. Good
Except for
game.
me, but whatever.
Yeah, you need to buy new dice.
I
Right.
obviously I'm gonna change the color on it today.
Buy a new left mouse button. Alright. I will disconnect and go sign off. Thanks. I'll be back in a moment or whatever. Alright, and with that, we're going to end that session. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and put us back on the Gates of Troy screen there for our sign out period here. Again, let me remind you also that the music was provided by Adrian Von Ziegler. His name is down in the bottom left of the screen, and you can check him out on Spotify or his own website. You can just Google him. You'll find him on there. It's all copywritten, free, royalty-free music that he provides, and has no problem with anybody using for all of their projects, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or whatever, whatever presentations or whatever, anything you want. So feel free to look him up, use his music, support him, etc. At least give him proper credit where credit is due. We appreciate the use of his music for our sessions, definitely for our campaign. It's I think it's been pretty fitting so far for our Greek mythology themed D&D campaign, Myths and Legends here. Again, tonight's session was only one of the campaign, of course, so there are previous sessions that are available for your viewing pleasure over on the YouTube channel, also called Secret Squirrel Games. Feel free to go on over there and check it out. It has the logo that is in the bottom right of the screen as well, so that you'll know you're on the right channel. There is a playlist over there called D&D Myths and Legends, and that would take you to the ability to see all the previous episodes for the most part. There are a couple of our sessions that were not streamed, so hold on a second, let me mute that. I'm sick of that stuff all popping in there. Anyway, there were a couple of sessions that were not streamed, but usually if there was a session that wasn't streamed, then at the beginning of the next session, we do a recap of what happened in that session. So, for example, the New Year's Eve session and last session, both were not streamed, and we did a recap at the beginning of this session, for that. So we do catch you up, at least on the storyline. If you go and check out all the previous videos, though, and you follow along, you'll know what happened, as well as be prepared for next week's session, of course. So, which, by the way, is exactly what I was going to say next. Make sure you tune in next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Secret Squirrel Games. Catch me and the gang here playing D&D Myths and Legends again, and continuing on where we just let off here. All right, so take care for now. Enjoy the remainder of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. If we don't see you here at Secret Squirrel Games between now and next Saturday, I do also stream other video games and such throughout the course of the week. I'm changing my schedule. Normally, I was on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 12 noon Eastern, and then Thursdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm changing it to Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I'm swapping Monday or Tuesday for Monday now. So it's scheduled to be 12 noon on Mondays and Wednesdays, or Monday and Wednesday, and then 3 p.m. on Thursday and Friday. Okay? But we'll see, there might be some adjustment to the hours as well. And I got some appointments this week, so it may be all topsy-turvy this particular week anyway. But look forward to seeing you next time that I do stream. The best way to find out when that is, honestly, is just to hit the follow button down below. And when you're over on the YouTube channel, checking out the videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe over there as well. Okay? And we will catch you next time. Take care, everybody. Have yourselves a great night.